Fiona. Welcome to the Foundation Radio Network.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And you are just you know you are just coming out of like brand new, a rebirth of Fiona. What gives?
Yeah.
What you are coming out of isolation. Well, I think it's isolation because I think you're one of the most talented out there, but you're not doing enough work, sweetheart. What gives?
Well, to be honest, and a lot of people didn't understand that I was having one of the biggest struggle in music in terms of I don't feel like I was being heard enough, and I don't
What?
think I had a lot of not like publicly, like
Okay.
in terms of behind the scenes.
Okay.
To be honest, and I'm going to use this term, a lot of people might be mad at me, but it is what it is. I felt like a puppet at one point, and the more I felt that way was the less I felt music, and I got so detached from
Wow.
music. I got immensely detached that I got scared. I would sit up hours at a night. Like sometimes I'd be crying, like God, you gave me this gift. Why don't I feel the love for it like I used to? And it's like not having a voice outside of singing.
Hmm.
It made me feel empty when I sang. So it's like after a while when I sing, it's because I could sing.
Right. Right.
And that wasn't fulfilling, and I didn't like that, and I don't think the fans deserved that. They deserve way more. So I stepped back for a couple of years. I still worked with a lot of artists on their projects and
Right.
stuff, keeping one foot in because I was adamant not to give up, but I wasn't
There
strong
wasn't.
enough
Wow.
to hold on. So I stepped back, and one day I got up. I said, you know what? I'm not doing music. I'm gonna find myself. I'm gonna rebuild. I'm gonna
Right.
restore. I'm gonna just leave it all in God's
Right.
hands
Right.
and let Him lead me. And I went
And
through
you
that. I
are.
remember, yes, I remember talking to Holton, and he was like, "Wait, what you doing? You're not working on any project?" And it killed me to tell him like, "Yeah, no, I don't
No.
even feel
No.
music like that anymore." And he was like, "What? No, 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 man!" And he had this song called "In Your Eyes" working on a couple of years ago, and he said, "No, no, no, we gonna do this." He literally had my mom draw me out of the house.
Oh my goodness.
It,
But
it was that bad. It was that
I
bad.
saw you late last year. You made an appearance at the garden, and
Yes,
you remember that show? It was just last year. It seemed like forever now with what's going
I
on.
know.
but but you realize how people really needed you, missed you, and I mean you were just getting forward after forward after forward because people haven't seen you in ages, Fiona.
I I know, and I won't lie. That night, I decided to not think about anything. I usually think about, oh my gosh, okay, I need to do this, and I need to talk more, and and I try to plan it in my head, and I say, you know what? I'm leaving it in God's hands. I'm just gonna go out there and do it.
And
I
do
even
right.
changed up the program, and my producer was like, "Wait, I didn't put that song in there when I did the Patti LaBelle."
Oh
And
yes, yes, yes.
because that was a part of me being heard. Like I have ideas too. It's
Right,
not just about singing. It's about coming from a different level of creativity. And I felt like that song would have done.
right.
I,
Well,
I
it
could
did.
do that song.
It moved the people because, I mean, I was happy to see that because I'm always concerned about, especially the talented one, and I always say that the talented ones leave that vacuum for the non-talented one to fill, and it irritates me because when I think of people like you just not doing anything, and they have the others who are out there in social media making up a big noise, it grieves
Yeah,
me.
yeah, and that bothered me at one point too. But like I said, I had to just step back
Well, I
and
understand. Well, I
and
hope
process.
that all of that is behind you now, and
Oh my goodness, I'm gonna tell you,
what?
for the past 2 weeks, I've done nothing because I've been home outside of the quarantine. I was sick for a while.
Okay.
I was
Hope you're feeling better.
hospitalized for a minute, so I was forced to be home.
Right.
And I sat here and I was like, I can't wait to start recovering so I can use this, sit time to do something. And then my
Right.
computer broke. I was like, great, now I can't do anything. And it turns out a friend of mine who's also one of my drummers. he reached out to me, and I said, yeah, but I can't do anything because my computer's broken.
Right.
And he's like, no, 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 keyboard player can fix it. I was like, look, man, just let me know when you can pick it up. We good. You know, when he picked it up, got it fixed, brought it back, I stayed up the entire night. In just one night, I wrote 4 songs.
4 songs.
In one night, I wrote 4 songs.
Nice,
Did
nice.
all the vocals in about 3 hours. I did the
Nice,
four
nice.
songs, and when I sent it to him, he was like, What were you drinking? Are you taking it?" I'm like, no, I just woke up
Yeah.
with this
So
blast
Fiona,
of.
that means you're working on an album. I can only deduct from this that you have 4 songs plus the various hit songs with Hope and Linda. Are you working on an album?
Yes, I am. I
Okay then.
I decided to use this
All
newfound
right,
energy
welcome.
love that I had
Listen,
before to
even though
start a
e-
project.
even though you weren't in the spotlight, I know, cause I know that you are one of the most in-demand vocal arrangers. A lot of singers wouldn't do an album or a song without your arrangement. And I know Pam Hall, she was like, you're gonna be the next Pam Hall in terms of arranging. Where did you learn that? Where did you learn to? How do you hear a voice and know what sort of tone to have that singer sing? How does that come about?
It's funny that you say that because Pam Hall is where I initially started learning
I know,
about
I know.
vocal control, hitting notes and not really just sticking to the basic, but thinking outside the box, so to
Right,
speak.
right.
So she taught me, and I mean, she was a tough teacher. I'm not gonna lie, but it paid off. It really
Good
paid off.
teacher, she is. Good
Yeah,
teacher.
I couldn't have even been as far as I am vocally. I couldn't have grown without knowing all that she has taught me.
Right,
So, that's where it started from. And then I started listening to a lot of different other music,
right, right.
even younger singers than myself, I would listen to. I remember I loved listening to Brandy because her vocal arrangement was immensely just out of this world to me.
Right.
So I took what Pam Hall taught me, and I took from Brandy, and then I took from Whitney, and I was
You
just
just
grabbing from everywhere.
mix it all up, huh?
Oh yeah, it was one big vocal chaos, and
I
to this
remember.
day,
I
I
rem-
can't listen to a song before I do it, because then all these ideas come to
Come
me, and
right.
if I do that, I can't sleep.
I remember talking to Marcia Griffiths in the past, and she was working on her album, and she was just so concerned that I have one more track, but Fiona is not available, and Fiona is not this, and Fiona that. And I'm like, Marcia, Fiona? She said, oh gosh, Clinton, she is. I mean, when you have a Marcia Griffiths not doing anything because you're not available that night or that week or whatever, that tells a story. That speaks volume.
Oh yeah, Miss Griffith has been immensely supportive too. Like I love her to life,
She loves you
and
too. She talks about you like you're a daughter. I'm like, okay.
oh yeah, she never like whenever she sees me, like I'm the first one she sees, and she's like, Fiona, how are
Fiona.
you doing, darling?
Hey, that's Marcia right there. That's Marcia. I am talking to the one and only Fiona, and it started with this song. The comeback started with this song. Hope and Linda. Now, Fiona, I know that you have dabbled in producing,
Yes,
haven't you?
yes, I have.
Yeah, yes. And yeah, the other song that when Mr. Campbell, when he gives me a song, I just assume that is his song, his production. And I think it
Right.
was 2005, 2006. He gave me this song, and I assumed it was his production. And then he said, no, Fiona, Fiona. And that was the last time I interviewed. Actually, it wasn't me that interviewed you. I think it was TK Smith that interviewed you.
Oh my goodness, yeah, that's a long time ago.
That's a long time ago. You know what song it was?
Oh my gosh, no. There's so many.
And TK asked you because you went into a sort of channel in this song. You went into something, and you told TK that you did the cut over and over and over until you got lost in the character. You remember what song that was? You don't remember.
I didn't know.
All right, here it is. Here this song. Let me refresh your memory.
Oh my god!
Oh my God! Oh my God! Yeah, 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 yeah. That's how we do it here at the foundation, Fiona. How many takes did you do? You told TK that you had to go in and go in and go into character. Explain that.
Oh yeah, that song. That was one of three songs I had to do. That took me about, oh my gosh, between 5 years to get done because having an engineer slash producer like Jason Sterling is not easy. And just like how I hear it is how he hears it. And if he hears it a certain way, he expects it to be done a certain way. And he was like, Fiona, you're just not getting the color. And I'm like, what is the color? I don't understand. he would use he would use some weird terminology. Like, okay, I'm not, I say, you know what? I don't like this song anymore. I don't want to do it. He said, you know, Fiona, I know you're angry. We're going to come back tomorrow. We did that song so many times that when we finally got in the studio, I said to myself, you know what? If this song don't come out right, that's it. I'm not doing it. Like, I don't even want to be here. But that was just me being, frustrated with myself for not getting it the way it needed to be got. So
maybe a perfectionist, maybe.
oh my gosh, you have no idea.
I
will
do.
literally. This is why Lloydie, may his soul rest in peace. He will never allow me to get a copy of anything I record after I'm done.
Wow.
Because if I listen back, oh, I heard something. Can we go back to the studio and fix it? Because I don't like it. It's not. I can't sleep. They literally did not make me listen back to any copies of anything after it was done.
This was
So
a top song, a number one song for you also. We've got a good thing going. Were you listening to the Jackson 5 or Sugar Miner? Because they both have big hits with this song. Which one of them?
I listened to Sugar Miner's version because
Ah,
given that it was a reggae song, I wanted to still keep that reggae flow, and Sugar Miner did an amazing
an
job with
amazing
it.
job, yes.
So I didn't want to falter on it. No matter how much trouble it gave me, I didn't want to
Five
water
years?
it down.
5 years,
Oh yeah,
Fiona?
oh yeah.
5 years. That's
Sugar
like
Miner and Dennis Brown, yeah, they gave me a 5 year run.
you were getting into character. I don't think that you were just like, no. But you did a fantastic job with this song.
Oh,
You certainly.
thank you so
And
much.
you were rewarded. I mean, I remember I was running the radio station Links FM at the time, and
Yes.
it was on top of the list. Everybody, oh, could I hear that new Fiona? Could I hear that new Fiona? So you were rewarded for the 5 years it took you to put it together.
Oh my gosh. And I appreciate that so much because people just don't know. Like behind the scenes, they think you just go in the studio, sing a song, and it's done. But there's a lot that goes into singing a song. And I mean, anyone can sing. But
Right.
if I can close my eyes and listen to a song and feel every joy or pain in a song, then it's just another song to me. And I don't want my fans to ever listen to anything I do and not feel anything, because at the end of the day, most of what I write comes from real life experiences or situations that are real. I really try to stay away from the I climb the highest mountain type of songs because
Right.
nobody's gonna really do that, especially now.
So you're a realist, huh? You're a
Yeah,
realist.
I love fairy tale, but it's still gotta be at least 95% real,
Right.
something
Wow.
that people can relate to. You know.
Now that you're out of the box now, Fiona, and
Yes.
you are just putting them out one after the other, big tunes. Are we gonna, when things come back to normal, if they come back to at least semi-normal, will we be seeing you out on the road?
Yes, that is the goal. Like I said, with this project, just it just jumped up on me overnight, and
Mm-hmm.
I feel safe to say that it's pretty much almost done. I mean, that's how much work I put in and we had laid the basics down in about 2 weeks, and now we're just doing the vocals.
Right, right.
So, um, fingers crossed, and I know things will get back to normal because all this that's going on is a big lie, 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 lie. The devil is a liar,
Big lie.
and this is not what God has in store for us. So
Yes.
we don't claim this.
Right.
So once everything has cleared up, yes, you guys will definitely be seeing me out there because, like I said, I God gave me a second chance to go back to where I was in the very beginning when
Right.
music was my second love after God.
So,
So yeah, definitely
oh, good.
I'm excited because few of the well, majority of what is done on the project has been my production. One particular song is My Baby. I won't give it away.
Okay.
That's the song that I started off with, and I reached out to a good friend of mine. Everybody knows him, but when the song goes out there, y'all will know
We
who
will
it is.
know, yeah. It will be
Yes.
public knowledge by then. Let me
Yes,
ask.
you know.
I told Opton some time ago that I believe, the track record. Because I was telling him earlier that you and that British-based singer Light Brown
Yes.
started that male-female combination. As a matter of fact, you had an album out together.
Mhm.
Really Together. What that was the name of the
Really
album?
together. Yes, really together.
And I thought that was such a good thing because this is one of the things that's lacking in today's music. And now you and Uptown that's taking up that mantle. I think you guys can be the next Baba Marcia.
Oh wow. Oh my
No.
gosh.
Oh, you mean, oh my God.
That is
It's missing. You know,
it's a good thing I'm sitting down.
listen, Fiona, the consistency with you and Hopeton. We haven't seen this in this business. You have a local singer and a male and a female get together for a one tune and they go
Yeah.
about their ways. But the
Right.
consistency with you and you could tell that people appreciate it because they're making your songs number one every time you put out something.
I
So
realize. Thank you guys.
so don't you think I might be onto something, Fiona, that you guys can even do an album, an EP or something with some tracks for lovers and male female relationship.
Well, mum's the word. I'm gonna just let the work do the talking.
All right. Are you surprised at Guilty? How Guilty just like it just take resident on the number one spot in South Florida?
To be honest, I really was because the funniest thing is I didn't even feel like I did my best on that song, and
You're
Hoping can tell
joking.
you
Every
I was
person, listen to me, Fiona.
sick.
Every person that I pass this song on to, or when I play it, they said, "Damn, they could swear that was a Barbara Streisand." Oh,
Oh
you
wow.
challenge that girl. How did you do it? I mean, you listen to her version of the song repeatedly.
Oh no, no. I grew up on these songs. Like I tell people all the time, I didn't grow up even as a child. I didn't grow up on songs in that era when I was young. I grew up on old songs like the Temptations, the Heptones. Like every Sunday, my mom and I would sit down and listen to oldies but goodies on the radio every Sunday, and that was like a party in itself for both of us. So growing up, that's all I knew, the old hits. So I knew them. I might not have known all the words or all the lyrics, but I knew these songs. So when Uncle Hopeton came and said, "Hey, you know, this is it," and I said, "Oh, I got this."
You're ready.
He was like, "You need to listen." No, 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 no. This song has been imprinted in my memory since I was a child. So I'm
Oh,
good. I'm ready. So the only thing I had to do was pull up the lyrics, which wasn't even hard because
you knew
I
it,
realized that
right?
I was
Right.
familiar with the lyrics.
A,
And
mu- a music veteran just said, "Guilty is done very well." I
oh,
agree. I agree. I agree.
oh my God.
The
And
number one. Go ahead.
you want to hear something funny?
Yeah.
I was so sick that we had delayed the recording of that song, and Hilton was like, "I want to make sure you feel better, blah blah blah." But I wasn't getting any better. I was so congested, I literally couldn't breathe through my nose the whole time I was singing.
Whoa.
I just stood there and I tried to like move up and down to work up a little sweat. Nothing was working. So I said, you know what? I'm just gonna sing and not think about it. I was so congested, and Hook was like, "You sure you don't want to wait another?" I was like, "Nah, because another day is only gonna get worse." So
Yeah, I'm
we
glad
just
you
tapped
did.
it.
Speaking on behalf of the listeners and music lovers around the globe, I'm glad you weren't feeling well, and you imagine if you were feeling well, what you would have done.
Oh my god!
Imagine if you were feeling no. You just put out the video recently, and I mean,
Yeah.
you just hit the nail on its head.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness. I have a good support system. Oh my god.
Well, how are you gonna follow up with a song like this, Fiona?
Ah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the
I
truth.
know.
But you know what? We do already. Like I said, we have stuff in play. We're just not gonna really say much of anything.
I
You know,
understand.
just like when we did this one, we kind of kept it hush, and then we just busted it on the world. So along with the momentum, we're keeping that momentum too, like just doing the work, getting it done right, and knowing that not we won't be just satisfied with it, but the listeners will also be satisfied with it.
5 weeks at number one in today's world. The turnover in with the turnover with songs and record, I get them 90, 60, 100 records a week. And to
Wow.
be able to have a song that's number one on any chart anywhere for 5 weeks, that's a great
Yeah,
accomplishment.
that is beyond an accomplishment because, like I said, even I didn't see it living this long. You know, I feel like it's competing with the corona to see who's gonna outlast who.
That's a good way of looking at it. But listen, whatever you guys decide to do, you know, I wish you all, especially you and Optan, I hope you become the next Bob and Marcia.
Yeah.
And keep doing what you're doing, young lady. And never leave the industry again, okay?
Oh, I promise. I promise.
Because wherever you are, I'm gonna find you and give you a good spanking. If you ever, and you know what, Fiona? A lot of the industry is now almost 50-50 male female.
Yes,
You
and
notice the. Mm-hmm.
I like those odds because I mean there was a time when I'm pretty sure most female artists felt like they had to continuously compete with male artists,
Right.
but now it's not like that anymore, and I'm glad because the pot is so big for everybody. You know, there's room for everybody in music. I have no problem bringing up or supporting the next artist. Like Lady T right now is one of my favorites,
Yes.
and you know, I give her my complete support because again, it feels good when someone else is not just living out their dream, but dreaming the right way that other people can appreciate. You know, so. Yeah, but I promise you, I will not take no step back from
Yeah.
music ever again. Now that I know you can find
Yeah,
me.
and I'll find you. Okay. Hey, Fiona, it's a pleasure having you on the program for the first time in many, many years, I must say.
I know,
It's
but
been,
I appreciate it.
and I feel good to know that you're back on the scene, and you'll be back on the road, and so on
Yeah.
and so on. Because artists like you, you're well needed out there.
Oh, and I plan to meet the demands. I mean, like I said, I've my whole level of confidence is just different, and my whole approach
Nice, nice,
outlook is different, and I'm so
nice,
thankful to
nice.
be able to get that insight. You know, and I promise I will not disappoint because my whole heart is in this right now. Like you have
Good,
no idea.
good. Older and wiser.
Yes, I try to be.
Hey, Miss Robinson, it's a pleasure talking to you, and we'll do it again in the next couple of months. Hey, when your first tour in the USA, because we're not gonna be going anywhere international anytime
Oh,
soon.
yeah,
But
no, we keep it at home for right now.
yeah, so your first tour, we'll talk again. All right.
Definitely, definitely, and I appreciate you having me on air. And we'll not make this a 5 year interview again.
All right, sweetie. We'll talk. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Hi, I'm Clinton Lindsay. Thanks for visiting my YouTube channel, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Spread the word, and visit us once again. Thank you very much.